Okay, now that is a very, very excruciating story there. The man poured out fuel on his wife and burned the wife alive. And after that, he was crying. He said that how he wished he would have killed himself.
Yeah.
So, but what if these people, like just what you were saying before, that it's better to be alive? So the woman go back to your house, stay there. We cannot stay together.
That's just it.
My God.
That's just it. So you see women killing men, you see men killing women. It's appalling. It's an aberration. Not supposed to be at all. It's not supposed to be.
Oh, okay. Now let's try to move forward from there. Now we look at how important is public awareness and education in preventing domestic violence within communities. I mean, there's some sort of importance attached to this when we create the awareness against domestic violence.
You see, when we were growing up, we had National Orientation Agency. That aspect of government has failed totally, whereby now they do it for electionary purposes once in a while. It doesn't ought to be so. This is key. The family is the bedrock of every society, every country, every state, as the case may be. So why on earth will the government neglect this aspect? Why on earth? Now, if you look at the sensitization thing, if the NOA has failed, I call on the National Orientation Agency to wake up to this call. They have state directorate in the entire state and FCT.
Yeah.
Let directive be given enough of domestic violence. They have created adverts for stay away from petrol, stay away from tanker when they fall. Tanker that fall once in a while, they go and scoop fuel. This one is burning every day against me, against you, as the case may be. I think we should place our priority right. Let the National Orientation Agency go now and get us jingles, drama play, and whatever, and be showing on TV, on local radio, why husband and wife must live in peace. The moment you find out that it is toxic, cry out or walk away. These are the solutions. But national agencies should do that. Then locally here, our traditional rulers, local government chairmen, councillors, the governors, as the case may be, should organize seminars for healthy marriages, how we should have healthy marriages. So also go with jingles, flyers, for those that cannot read, local dialects, let it be localized. The way you can do campaign for election, let's do campaign for healthy homes, so that it's those that are alive that can come out and vote for you tomorrow. So I believe that it is overdue, long overdue. Let us add that into our lives, that when you wake up in the morning, you're hearing from Quest radio or TV that say no to domestic violence. If you can no longer compatible, please just quietly go your way. Christianity, I attended a church, I won't mention the church name, a church program not quite long, where they're saying marriage is for better, for worse. I was the one that spoke differently with them that day. I said, me, I don't do divorce. Me, I'm a husband and one man, one wife. However, the day I married my friend, I am a happy man. But the day I see that something is going wrong, I cannot condone it, I'll walk away. Because for peace to reign, it's he that is alive, or she that is alive, that can do marriage, enjoy life, have more children, as case may be, talk about beautiful couples and what have you. But you that is wearing the shoe, like I told you, it's like a coven. You know what is happening there. It's either you can bear it, or if you say you want to bear it because of the sake of your children you have given birth to. Like I give you an instance. If you bring a 1 year or a 2 year, 3 year or 5 year old child now to this house, and to my house from the father's or mother's house, after 1 year, that child has forgotten about the parents. So you want to kill yourself for the children you have? No, you save your life first before the children's own. Because life, I understand, is personal, is per head, and you're going to give account of your own life tomorrow. So you don't say marriage killed you or relationship murdered you, or it's unthinkable that people are just naive or blind, as the case may be, tolerating violence, toxic relationship in the name of I want to belong, I want to call a missus, I want to be called a husband. Dead bodies don't become husbands. Dead bodies don't become missus. So, like I say again, let the National Regulatory Agency, the state government, the federal government, the local organizing, local authority, the councillors, the chairman of local government, thank God they have enough money now to do such things. Then talk about traditional rulers and religious leaders. They have a role to play as well. So it's a combined thing. But when you pretend about it that you must not go pathways, and you're seeing the toxic relationship, if anything happens, you have yourself to blame.
All right.
And that's the truth.
Well, Dr. Oke is saying, speak out. If you're into a toxic relationship, speak out, so that the word or those into power, those who are responsible for such issues, will take up the situation, so that we will be alive first before we can tell the story. We should be alive now, so that now there has been this trend. Lately I've observed that some people would go to when they have issues. I have issue with my wife, and she takes me to any police station or maybe to court or something. They will say, this is a family matter. You should go home and settle it in the family way.
Blackmail.
Some of these things. And then there are some persons who are already into these toxic relationship or marriages. And maybe they did not see divorce as an option at the moment. They are thinking maybe there are some certain things they might do to get the marriage right. To these people, what do you tell them at this point?
I will state categorically this morning that we have different degrees of toxic relationship. But before I continue, we must manage our anger very well. Okay. Anger management is key. Anger management. Please, dear men, fellow men, when you are angry, walk away for a while. Then before you return, that's subsided. Also know that the wife you're marrying at home is part of you, one of your rib. So please don't destroy your rib. Let me use that word. No matter what she does, if she do a thing that you cannot contain, let her go. Don't raise your hand against her. Don't burn her to death. Don't stab her to death. You, the same wives, you can no longer tolerate the husband. Please, hey, walk away. If you have 10 children, the children they will survive. God owns the children, not you. Because if you say you want to take care of them and you kill the man in the process, it becomes a problem. How can you kill the man in the process? When you start sleeping with another man, you're already killing your husband in the process. That's just it. And like I said, the basic things in this toxic relationship is two things: financial and attention. Financial and attention. Attention is a compound word. The attention, your love affair, you attend some women want to be petted, some men don't have that time, some women want to be seen always, some want to be slept with every night. It's just, I try to be real here. So why your husband will tell you, I am tired? Why do some men want to sleep every night with your wife, and the wife will say, I am tired? That is, but basically, it's the financial. The financial. If you see, you hardly see, but even some homes where the man is having money, the women are still misbehaving, but very few. But permit me to say that you have more bad men than bad women. Don't ask me. I'm telling you about the real reality. I'm not a feminist, but I'm telling you that before you see 10 bad women, you have seen 30 bad men. That's the truth. That's why I see that before you see one wife killing husband,
So
you are seeing
what comes to that conclusion?
I am a man who has friends. I'm a public person. In Delta State, I have over 100,000 persons working with me, under me. So I interface, I interact. I'm a public person. I see what happens. I do marriage counseling at times. I do that. When the cases come, basically out of 10, 3 women are wrong, 7 women are correct, and the rights are justified. As in, they are not the ones that are looking for the trouble. And let me say again, the financial issue. Nigeria is the basic problem. But however, they said, when you cannot feed your family, you are worse than an infidel. So you, the man, contain your home. Don't have both kids that you can cater for. Lock up your jati and ensure that you give birth to children you can take care of. Yeah. So now, if you and you, the woman, is supposed to be a support to the husband. And let me tell you, the moment a wife starts supporting you, over supporting you, and becomes the man of the house, problem has started. Because they are not created to withstand pressure. They are created to support you and I, not to withstand pressure that every day or every morning for feeding, for school, for everything. You are a living dead man already. If you do it for 6 months, 1 year, before you see it, because it's not naturally a woman's thing, you see her reacting inwardly, not herself. It is the pressure. So, above all, let's pray that Nigeria gets better so that we men, the men, can get better jobs to do. And every man must think out of the box now. Please don't be a one-man income thing. Don't have one means of income to meet up the pressure of the society. No. Avoid one income life. Have multiple income. You have the means. You have the grace. Just think about it. Think of what you can do legitimately. And you see that you are doing 2, 3, 4, 5 things that if A does not pay, B will pay. If C does not pay, D will pay. So, yeah. And always, we're not saying marriage is supposed to be sweet. But this economic thing, let us handle it. Then, look at the man talking on the TV from Anambra. The man you are seeing, most likely he has financial challenge, and the wife is worried, actually the wife of infidelity. But at times, like I said, 100 marriages, only about 5 or 10 women misbehave out of the fact that my husband is not giving me attention. The other 90,
it's because of financial.
But I'm not saying that woman, you should not be here with your husband. I'm only talking about the basic. I'm a pragmatic person. I'm a realist. I'm telling you what happens. That even to the extent now that married women are now asking us out in Delta State. When they see you are well to do, they keep smiling, greeting you, attached. You cannot say, come and sleep with me. But it starts with a step when you know issues are already happening.
May God give you men the grace to overcome.
You are also a man. So are you getting my point? So we pray for our fellow men to have the means to do what? So then openness.
Yeah.
Openness. When I have money, my wife knows.
Wow.
She must not know the amount I have. But when I have money, she knows. I splash it in my home. So that when you don't have, she understands. Some of us, when we have money, we go and carry women. Girls. I told you I want to be there. That I told you that there are more bad men than women. If you doubt it this time, come, let's do it Friday. I will take you to a joint where you will see men spending hundreds of thousands naira on girls, twosome, threesome, hire yourself, and like their wife, they are traveling for a business meeting and they're in Asaba and they live in Asaba. At the end of the day, the wife is sleeping alone in the bed, no food at home.
And the husband is ravishing.
Cause me the day you were created, you are such a man. I'm telling you, and I'm telling you what happens. I'm a social person. I'm telling you what we see. So when the woman finally sees something like that, because she must know a particular time, that's when you bring out the devil in her.
Yeah.
When we have the devil in her, you will not be pushed to the wall. And these are the toxic you're talking about. Are you getting my point? So, even if you must have a girlfriend, will you live your life for the girlfriend?
No.
You buy houses, you rent houses, you sign them in the work, you do everything, and your wife is suffering and your children, God will not bless you. God will not bless you. Whatever you do will be hindered. I'm trying to go spiritual, but I'm trying to hold myself to the real. It's a natural law. No. Natural law. How can I have 100,000? I will go and give 50,000 to the girlfriend. I will take that to my sense and give my wife 20,000. I can never close my eye to sleep. That is what many men are doing in society today. Apart from the fact that the country is hard. The economy is bad. No, we are not producing anything. We are always consuming.
Yeah.
There is no life to manufacture. There are no good roads. There are no jobs. The government is winding down. The government deregulated the naira and crash what's it called? And remove fuel subsidy and the rest. So those are affecting us directly. But what about when you have money? What do you do with the money? I know of some, when they have to go and marry another wife to add to what they have already. So this is the problem. That's actually that you have more bad men than women in Nigeria today. Now you understand what I'm talking about now. If you doubt it, let's go. But you see some married men that are still going out to sneak out of impatience and out of... Some have the mind of, if I catch my husband cheating, I will cheat. Hey woman, you're not ready for marriage. The man is the head. God will hold him accountable for his activities. Don't go and kill yourself. You are a virtual, you're supposed to be a sacred person. You see married women going out without bra, arousing sexual attention from other men, only be to say, I am an exposed woman. No, you are not a wife, you are a knife. You are either a wife or a knife. So ask yourself, this day, you woman at home, are you a wife or a knife? You husband, are you a horse or a band?
That's a good question.
Are you getting my point? Or you are a husband to the wife. You can be a band, or you can be a horse. You choose what you are. But hey, me, I am a husband.
Not a horse or a band,
for that matter. If you put a court for wife, she will tell you I'm the best man in the world. No, I'm perfect. But ensure that your errors are not seen easily. Use your good part to cover your shortcoming. That's what makes you a sophisticated man.
Well, let's try to move forward because we're one of time actually. Because
so you ask a question that those are having challenges.
Yeah.
And they said it's a family matter. How do they continue? If that word is a blackmail, it's a compound word they use to deceive you. Family matter that has gone beyond you, that has come out, no longer a family matter. Trash it the way it ought to be. If you cannot wait, you cannot, if you know that if it's going to lead to toxic, leader is Lethal. That is a weapon that can kill you anytime. Very corrosive weapon. That is what marriages are. And it breaks our heart to see that you have this best friend thing. Best friend thing. A man has a best friend. Are you okay? What's best about a friend? He's a friend. You don't best friend and bring it to your home. You're not home. He comes to your wife and your children. He chooses to come out. Then his wife has a best friend. A wife has a single girl as her friend. What are you discussing? So please, there's no best friend. My best friend is my wife. My soulmate is my wife. Make your spouses your best friends. That's the beginning of peace in marriages. I, the messenger to Oke Idawen, when I say today, wife, make your husband your best friend. Husband, make your wife your best friend. That is why I'm out here this early morning to talk to you. The moment you are best friends, all these other things becomes addition. Because a friend, a real friend cannot hurt a friend. Let you know, a best friend. You cannot take an outsider as a best friend when your wife or your husband is there. That's where we get it wrong. Your husband is your best friend. Your wife should be your best friend. Please, if it's not so before now, adjust yourself now. If you must show the children you're giving birth to, or you have now, the need to have a healthy home. If you have a fiancé or a fiancée, make them your best friend. I'm not talking about girlfriend and boyfriend, because that's nonsense.
but it starts from somewhere before.
It starts from somewhere. Because when I see a young girl that they are in my status, my phone contact, and I see them post a boy on their status, I will probably shout them, you are mad. What are you posting that young man for? Has he proposed to you? No. Is he your husband? No. Has he going to see your father? No. Then what are you posting him for? A boy will be posting a girl, they don't know you in their house. You're crazy. You're going gaga because you're posting things that are not genuine, are not real to you. It is when the person has engaged you or you have engaged the person, as the case may be, that you're not saying, okay, this is my husband to be. In some cases, I was posted 2 days to my wedding from my wife. Because you have to be sure of what you are doing. So if John comes to date you, you post him, it does not work, you go. Thomas come, it does not work, you post again. James come. How many men will you post in your status until you get married? You, the man, you post Jeanette, you post Juliana, you post Justina. How many women will you post when you get married? These are the bedrock. These are the ideology we have. This is appalling.
Now, that part you said said something there where you talked about courtship, relationship generally.
Yeah.
That is where I wanted to ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
You know that before it becomes marriage, it was first relationship.
Yes.
Before it goes to marriage.
Yes.
Now, to avoid domestic violence, what are the things that a young man, a young woman should look out for in a man or a woman that they want to be married to avoid domestic violence?
Now, answering that question, I'm going to take it this way. What I want in a woman is not what you want in a woman.
Yeah.
So it becomes complex. But the simple rudiments is that as a young girl dating a man, if he's not attracted to you, you will have dating the man. So meaning, it's attracted to you, that's why you're dating that boy, right? You not deliberately do things. Test his anger. You do things deliberately to check his anger. When you see him reacting and raising hand to slap you, man, run. But some women will tell you that they prefer a man that beats them. I've seen them. So after beating them, they will not end up in bed making love. I've seen them. That when they make them cry, those are demonic things. Then on the natural way, you test their anger. You, the man, you don't want to marry a woman who is promiscuous. You now check, is this girl promiscuous or not? You need to know. You must know as a man. If she's seen somebody else or not, you will know as a man, unless you're not a man. You are a man. If you cannot know that the girl you're dating is dating or not, then you're not a real man. I'm telling you the truth. If you want to know, after the set, I will tell you how you can know. There are many ways you can know. So many ways. They can be smart, but you be smarter. But when you're checking somebody else, make sure that you are coming with clean hands. Are you following me?
Exactly.
Because we're living in a society whereby a man can be dating 10 girls, they are clapping for the man. When a woman is seeing 2 men, the woman is an ashawo.
Yeah. I think that is a challenge in African system.
So you get my point?
Yeah.
That's why you understand.
Do you know that I heard of a man that got married to 40 women? And at some point he has a lot of children, and he asked one of the sons come in and say, "Good morning, father." He said, "I know you have met before," and this was one of the sons.
Okay, see, one of my brothers in Isoko married 3 wives last weekend on the same day.
At the same day,
he's trending. He's trending now. He's from my local government. His name is Arube. Married 3 women on the same day. So that's fine.
They were waiting. Was it a church wedding or the traditional
marriage? The marriage is different traditional. Church wedding is not our culture. I did my church wedding. I did it out of what the woman wanted. If not, once I paid bride price, I'm done. I have daughters. I'm not going to say you must wed in the church. Hey, what do you want? Because in the Bible, the father gave. Father gave. Priest did not give. Are you following me? So I believe in the day a man pays the bride of a woman, that's the day the heaven mark that is married. The church wedding is a blessing. We copied from the white culture.
Yeah.
However, I'm not against it. If you have,
it's just about preference.
Me, I did both, but then it's not my thing. I'm not a wedding fan.
Kind of person.
Because I can finish my traditional marriage and go and do church blessing. And I'm married, definitely. So that's by the way. So you see a situation whereby we the men have a lot of work to do. This year, there are content creators that are now saying, I've watched some, when the women are running after us, will be walking away. That if you must survive this year, padlock your dick, padlock your private parts, so that you can go to where you are going to. Then you, the woman, stay focused. So talking about dating now, these are the things. You you cannot see, they always have sex before marriage. That's what we're seeing now.
Yeah, maybe we might try to watch some certain words actually, because those ones will take us to somewhere.
Okay, so there is meeting before marriage. We're talking about life situation.
Yeah.
Domestic violence is marriage, so you must talk nitty-gritty about it.
It's like in a media profession like this, there are some few words that will land us in trouble when they come out. So let's just consider.
Okay, fine. Okay, when you are dating, you ask a question that is very complex. If you are it's the same thing now. You see it now. If you are the type that love, tangling, you love being tangled with always, and the man does not like being tangled with always, you can't marry him. You can't marry him. If you are the man that likes tangling and the woman does not like tangling always, you both can marry. You're not compatible. You're not compatible. I want to teach him. I want to teach her. That's where the problem starts from. If you try 3 months, it's not helping you or it's not changing, won't you run? Won't you run? I know of a lady who confided in me as a marriage counselor that she wants to marry, but this is the problem. What was the problem? The rod is not as big as she wants it. I said, run for your life. She now told me that if she does not run, she will cheat in marriage because she likes it big. Once the other room is not settled, she now actually said, when the bed vibrates every night, there is peace in that home. Are you getting me?
I'm following you.
So at that point, how can you go and marry? You like being pecked. You like a woman that comes from work, pulls your clothes, hugs you, take your bath, give you food immediately. You now meet a girl that is not homely, and you love her physique. You love the way she talks, and you marry her. Now let me shock you. I'm on set, but I'm going to say it. My immediate elder brother, I want to be real now, got married. At the end of the day, he overlooked some things. He too is not a good person in some characters I just mentioned. The woman too has a shortcoming. My father was alive then, told him, this is where you are going, are you sure? I asked him some questions as young. Then I was already married before him. I asked him some questions. He said, that is what he wants. He doesn't like a woman that washes his clothes. He doesn't like a woman that cooks for him. He does
the cooking and the washing of clothes.
But today, reality has dawned on him that those were foolish thoughts. The marriage has crashed for how many years now? About 4 or 5 years ago. And the kids are with the wife. And right now, he doesn't have a wife till date. That is my immediate elder brother. He got it wrong. He had a woman whom we all wanted him to marry, that we were compatible. We saw it, we advised. We preached and preached. He has learned the hard way. Today, he's not even settled at all. I'm saying it on set. So that people will understand that I'm not talking from the sky. I'm speaking what I know. That's my blood, the same father, the same mother with me. Today, he's not settled. I'm not happy. Are you getting my point? So, it has to do with these basics. There is no, whatever you cannot tolerate tomorrow, arrest it now. It's better you have a broken relationship than a broken marriage. Better you have a divorce or separation than dying in a marriage. So in this situation, God has given us liberty to choose. Be yourself, original. Don't pretend. However, ensure that your shortcomings are hidden inside of you. So that only when once in a while you can see that you have so bad character. I cannot see you and see your error in you now. That's uncalled for. A real person, you see the person that is complete, is nice. Only once in a while I say, but he has so to like me. When I am angry, I yell. I don't raise my hand. I yell. When I yell, and I walk away. Later, we don't, like in my house, we don't carry over an argument. We don't carry over quarrel. The sun will not go down, and me and my wife has an issue, we will not settle it. It's impossible. No, it's impossible. We must address it that night before we sleep. You are married, your room is meant for your wife's room. Because you belong to places that when a woman is menstruating, I'm talking now, you say, I say a bad word now. When a woman is in a period, she cannot sleep with you on the same bed. And you say you are married, you're not married. You have another room that nobody enters in the house. You can be there for 2 days. You're not married. Marriage, my wife, I describe her even in social media that she is the neck that carries my big head. That any woman that can carry this big head is more than an honorary woman. I encourage her. When I do that, it's not because I'm praising her, I'm telling her what she is. And you see the better part of her. Always. You, the man, your wife cooks for you, gives you a sweet food. My wife, this food is sweet. For where? You just eat, wash your hands, and go to your bed. And you just
when we say after all, it's that duty. This is what it is to do.
It's not. And you, the woman, you, the man, you come home, your wife is sick. You cannot boil water. You cannot do anything for her. That is a woman. The sick wife will get up to come and do. These are things that we need to teach ourselves. There are some stories that just say, I'm the one cooking today. I'll do it. I will serve the entire house. Life is just like that. I posted yesterday, life is sweet. Life is easy. You are what you think. Your cameraman must focus on what you want to be. Yeah. And your cameraman is that mindset you have inside that pictures your future. Some of us, all we see is negative. When you think negative, you will see negative.
Well, the one of time, actually, we do not have much of the time again. But I will want to come back to you, Dr. Oke, to final advice, maybe to upcoming fathers or husbands and upcoming wives and those who are already there and those who are victims of domestic violence, and so that we can have a final words and quickly wrap up the show.
Yeah, my advice is, one, I've been saying it, but I want to summarize by saying that, one, nothing is worth dying for. Not your husband, not your wife, not your children. They are not worth dying for. Because there's a pidgin adage, a worry pidgin adage that says, who die, na him lose. Who die, na him lose. If you die in presence of toxic, and let me tell you, some toxic relationships don't actually result into violence. There's what we call Cold War in some homes. Avoid Cold War. The Cold War gives the woman BP and she dies of high blood pressure. The Cold War gives the man BP and he dies of high blood pressure. That is also toxic. That is even more than even the violence what you're saying. A lot of us have Cold Wars in our house that for three weeks, 1 month, you and your wife don't talk.
That's bad.
I am telling you that is practical. Go to the street and do an interview. It's what I'm telling you. It is practical. So when you are in, please take your bag and excuse yourself. Don't tolerate toxic relationship. However, there are ups and downs in life. When they come, you know that this is optional and you bear it. Now, if you're dating someone, like I said, date the person that you, first of all, have a vision. Without vision, you will live a bleak life. You will live an unfulfilled life. You will not have speed. You will not have a planned life. So have a vision of the kind of man or woman you want. Then look for a man or woman that want to marry tomorrow that befits that vision. Then use to work on yourself to get better in the vision so that you can carry the person along. You, the girl or the lady, the kind of man you want, if you see him, encourage him in that part. Make sure he's your best friend. Make sure you guys are both best friends. I've already announced in this studio this morning that let your spouses be your best friends. Then the other one is, don't tolerate violence. Once it happens once, please, the fact that it will not happen again is very remote. It's very, is almost impossible. It will still happen again. Please, violence, control your anger. However, I want to say here that build your affairs in God's foundation. When you do that, and your character, mold yourself. If you cannot tolerate your anger, you cannot you cannot make your spouse your best friend. You are not ready to be married. To stay single is still an option. No? You can stay single to avoid being killed or you killing somebody. There are men who have eaten poison and they put it that they died of so cause. There are women who have eaten poison. Those are even more than the one you are seeing the violence. Like I said, the Cold War is even worse than the one you hear and you hear. So please, marriage is a beautiful thing. It is sweet. I can tell you that it's the best institution on earth. It's honorable. Make sure you prepare your bed very well.
So you can lie on it. Yeah.
You will lie on it. But however, there could be pinches at times. That is the normal ups and downs of life. Marriage is for only the real men and the real women. It's not meant for everybody. But if you must do it
right
with this advice we have given to you. It's still, there are still more to say, but for time's sake,
exactly.
Remain blessed. You can reach us here and we'll give you more counseling tips. I remain your messenger, Dr. Oke Idawen.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Oke Idawen, public analyst, convener, Integrity Group, Delta State, Nigeria. Thank you very much for joining us today on the program, The Big Story on Quest Television. Thank you so much for coming.